We have an update with the weekend system to share with you guys here on today's video. We're going to dive into all the specifics with this weekend system with snow totals, exact areas, timing, and what to expect throughout the weekend time frame in general. I am Ryan, and this is Michigan Storm Chasers. Welcome to the YouTube channel, guys. Feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel for more weather content here in Michigan. Before I dive into the forecast, though, I want to throw it over to Chandler to get the sponsor of the day here at MSC.
Today's daily video sponsor is Katz Roofing and Siding. Katz Roofing and Siding joined the Michigan Storm Chasers partnership team in 2024. Katz Roofing and Siding is family owned and operated based out of Potterville, Michigan, and has been serving the Lansing and Battle Creek areas for over 65 years. Their services include residential roofing, commercial roofing, siding, and gutter services. Their contact information will be linked in the video description down below, and you can visit their website at katzroofing.com, or you can call them at their Potterville office at 517-485-9886. Be sure to tell them that Michigan Storm Chaser sent you. Back to you, Ryan.
And thank you, Chandler, for that. Let's go ahead and dive into the forecast ahead of us. We're going to start Friday morning here with some showers in the area. It's wet for most of us here in the state as we had overnight showers run through the area, moving out of the region here by about that noon time frame. As we push toward the early afternoon hours, we could have some residual showers and perhaps some snowflakes up in the UP, as well as down toward the Monroe County area. Rain further south, obviously, but snowflakes possible up in the UP. Not a huge deal. Those may continue throughout the afternoon. Not going to amount to much, but a passing shower is possible throughout the day today into the evening hours. Temperatures today, high temperatures in the low to mid 50s across much of south central Michigan. Up in the northern lower part, we're at the mid upper 40s, and the UP, we are in the 40s on the eastern half of the UP, and on the western half, we're in the 30s, close to 20 degrees in some spots over on the western part of the UP. Now, our attention shifts to the weekend system, and probably the real reason you guys are watching this video is what to expect with the snow upcoming. Well, let's dive into this. We're tracking the system this morning off of the west coast of the U.S. It's finally onshore being sampled here by our weather balloons. That data that we collect gets input into models. Data becomes more accurate during this time frame. So as we move in this Friday night into Saturday morning here, the system begins to swing down and swoop up into our region. And by the time we get to Saturday night into early Sunday morning, that system is finally on top of us here. And as you can see with Michigan, we have snow and we also have rain in close proximity here. Just as we talked about yesterday, a mix of both possible. All right. Let's go ahead and zoom in here to the HRRR model. Go back here to the forecast model run here. We're going to run this into Saturday evening. Here comes our system. Saturday evening, right around 2 p.m. here. Sorry, 1 p.m., now 2 p.m. Here's 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Model HRRR stops currently at the time making this video around the 7 p.m. time frame. Saturday evening. As you can see, we have snow and rain mixed moving into the state here across south and central Michigan. The European also agrees with that here, pretty much on point with the short-term model here, showing exact same areas of that rain and snow kind of mixing in there. And that is largely due to our temperatures in the area at the rough time frame. As we move this into Saturday night, we're going to see those temperatures are going to hover very close to freezing. We're seeing 32, 34, 35, 33 in some spots. It's just sitting above freezing as we move this into that time frame. That's going to support a start likely of rain changing over to snow as those temperatures drop overnight into early Sunday morning. Now, the caveat here is setting up exactly where that rain snow line is going to be. As you can see, further south here in the state, we're seeing temperatures of right around 35 to 40 in that bottom tier of counties from Monroe County, Wayne County, Washtenaw, all the way over to that 94 corridor, over to Benton Harbor, Berrien County, of upper 30s, perhaps even a low 40. That's not going to support much in the way of any snowfall or accumulation. Some wet snowflakes could mix in at times, but the further north you go, the colder it gets. So further south you go, it's kind of uncertain right now with that rain snow freezing line set up very close to the 94 corridor between 94 and the borders of Ohio, Indiana to be exact. This could shift. We still have a couple hours, couple days really. We have 36 hours to go until this system arrives, so we have some time to sort it out further. But for right now, current thinking is going to be rain snow line somewhere around that 94 corridor. So as a result, putting it all together, this snow will likely be heaviest overnight into early Sunday morning. We're talking like maybe 4 a.m., upwards of 8, 9, 10 a.m. in the morning Sunday. That'll be the focus for the heavier snow at that point. The snow will then move out, going back here to the European model, the snow will move out at this point. Then we talked about this yesterday. The winds will turn out of the northwest, and then lake effect snow will occur on the backside of that Sunday night into Monday morning, and perhaps into the day on Monday into Tuesday even. But let's back up first. Let's talk about snow totals for the first part of this event, the first system passing through, not accounting for lake effect. Our first call snow forecast here, we're calling for 1 to 3. And yes, this is accumulation of snow, roughly from about Holland down to New Buffalo, all the way over to about Lapeer, maybe over towards Sandusky area, that blue zone 1 to 3. That's our current thinking of where we're going to see the heaviest snowfall rates that may overcome warm ground temperatures. Outside that 1 to 3 zone, we're going trace, which is what T stands for, up to an inch of snow. That's going to be the white areas. That extends lakeshore areas all across Michigan, up to Traverse City, Mackinac, Alpena, down to the Thumb, into the Detroit area, into Adrian, Coldwater, and back over to Lake Michigan shorelines. Up in the UP, we do have some snow up there as well, lake effect in nature. We're going to go 2 to 4 over by the Munising, Grand Marais area. Outside that, near Marquette and surrounding areas, 1 to 3 there in the lighter blue color. Then flash over to the western part of the UP, Ironwood up to about Houghton, 1 to 3 there. Elsewhere, white areas, trace to an inch of snow. Again, this is just Saturday evening into early Sunday morning, okay? This does not account for the second part, which is lake effect. Also take note, below Michigan, you're going to see 2 caution placards there. Locally, higher amounts are possible if we have heavy snowfall rates that can kind of account for and kind of negate the warm ground temperatures. So this could be a little bit more in some spots, but also take note the second line below that, minor shifting is possible in our final call. We'll have another forecast video and update for you guys tomorrow morning as well as a briefing tonight at 7 p.m., so stay tuned for that. But we could still see some slight deviations and shifts in the heaviest totals. So it could go up half a county or it could go down half a county. So this is our first call. It's subject to change. Don't lock it in just yet. It's our first thoughts based on data that's available to us right now. Okay? Now, outside of this, we do not have a forecast yet for lake effect snow, but as the system pushes out to the east of us, we're going to see our winds turn north-northwest, ushering in cooler temperatures. And yes, wind chills in the low teens are likely Monday night into Tuesday morning. It's going to be cold, and that's going to continue into Tuesday. But by Wednesday, we're going to warm back up. But outside of the temperatures, snowfall will be likely Sunday night as lake effect into Monday and then into early parts of Tuesday. In terms of locations and how much, we're talking immediate lakeshore areas downwind of Lake Superior, which is up here in the UP, this area up here. We're talking immediate lakeshore areas of Lake Michigan. We're talking like immediate lakeshore. We're not talking a whole county. We're talking like immediate lakeshore areas. But then as we get closer to Berrien County down here, that may extend a little further out there toward Cass County. But those immediate areas are of our concern currently. That's because the wind orientation will orient these lake effect bands more north to south and not northeast or northwest to southeast. So drawing this on a map, usually our lake effect bands are kind of oriented like this. Because the winds are coming out of the north, mainly, the bands are going to stay over Lake Michigan, and they only may brush the very tip or the very western tip of the state here down here. So the UP definitely in for more in the way of snow because they're oriented more so favorably for that. But also keep an eye on Huron County and Sanilac County over here as well, as our winds could also spark lake effect snow in the Thumb region. So again, this isn't going to be a huge widespread lake effect snow event, but it will be one to watch here where several inches are possible here. We could be talking 4+ inches in some spots. Stay tuned to our first call forecast for this. Likely going to come out sometime, I'm going to guess Saturday sometime, maybe even Sunday early. We'll have to wait and see how data kind of trends in that direction before we get too specific with that data. But overall, that's your forecast here. Breaking it down into one final summary. Lake effect snow on the backside of the system is likely. Before we get to that, though, we're going to deal with synoptic snowfall sometime starting around the late evening hours Saturday, continuing into early Sunday morning. The heaviest of snowfall is going to be between likely 3-4 a.m. in the morning on Sunday into the 9 a.m. time frame. One last thing I'm going to mention here, the roads. Most of this will stick to grassy surfaces, okay? That's just going to be for the synoptic snowfall. So, the first system likely going to be sticking to grassy surfaces. Roads should be largely okay. But in that band of the heaviest snow, wherever it sets up, we have to watch that for potential impacts on our roadways because the snowfall rate may allow for sticking. Well, keep an eye on that very closely here. So do at least plan for perhaps slick travel during your Sunday commute if you're going somewhere, especially on the 96, 94, 127, and perhaps 69 corridors there in the light blue color areas, okay? We'll have updates as we have more information, but for right now, I'm going to sign off. You guys enjoy your Friday. I'll catch you guys tonight at 7 p.m. here at MSC on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Twitch for a live briefing of this event. Stay safe, guys. Have fun.